So what is fitness? In this short video, I hope to explain at least what fitness means for me now, insofar as being fit for life. But first, let's start with some definitions. Health, which is the state of being free from illness or injury. Then fitness, which is the quality of being suitable to fulfill a particular role or task. Now what I want you to do is imagine a line. This line we're going to call our baseline, and we're going to say this is represented by the number 0. Anything below the line is a minus, anything above the line is a plus. And based on the definitions we just spoke about, it would be fair to assume that anything below 0 is going to be in the realm of health, and anything above the line is going to be in the realm of fitness. Now here's the thing. If you consider that most of us, or many, only start addressing concerns about pursuing fitness at a certain point, and that is generally when we're at the 0 or below it. And I need to tell you, that's the hardest time to start, okay? When you're below that 0 line, that baseline, you've got to first work hard to get your health back to 0, then you can start with your fitness. So investing in your fitness for life is a preventative measure. And also, if you consider that the further you go into building your fitness, the further you go up that line, up towards the +5, +10, the longer it is for you to go back down and get baseline, and therefore get into the place of being in ill health or poor health. Now, this is just a visual model to help you envisage it and put it together in your head, and that's what I wanted to do this video for. So then we got to consider, if this is fitness and that is health, what is fitness for life? And truly for me, it's about 2 separate big things, and that is physical fitness and emotional fitness. Now, commonly within the fitness space, we really address what's going on with the body, but we rarely address that which is going on in the mind. And this is a problem, because the development and practice of emotional fitness is probably the biggest thing that you can do to have a direct carryover to every other part of your life. And so then if we consider, we've got this idea of fitness for life being about physical fitness and emotional fitness. And to hold that up, there are actually 4 pillars. 2 in the side of physical fitness, 2 in the side of emotional fitness. Physical fitness, we've got movement and then fuel. Emotional fitness, we've got energy, and then we've got mindset. So let's talk about each of these and talk about how each one of them is important in and of themselves, but they have a direct carryover to each and every other element we discuss here. So physical fitness and movement, the first one, that is intentional exercise, moving, day-to-day, daily activity, etc., etc. The second one, we've got fuel, which is basically the food and drink you're putting in your body to fuel your activity. Now let's just consider how those 2 interplay with each other. Okay, so the food you eat dictates your ability and energy to apply yourself to the movement and exercise you want to do. Equally, the movement you do dictates and has a direct carryover on the amount of fuel you need to perform at your best. So that's that one. And then if we go over to the realm of emotional fitness, energy can be thought of as your daily rhythms, your behavior in terms of time, sleep, etc., etc. And so then if we kind of extract that one back and go, okay, how does energy affect nutrition? Well, if you're not sleeping good, you're going to make poor decisions around nutrition. And the opposite is also the case. If you sleep better, you're more likely to make better decisions around food. If you eat better food, you're going to get better quality sleep. If you eat poor food, you're going to get poor quality sleep. And then if we go to movement, if you're getting poor sleep, you're not recovering, your movement's going to be poor. If you get good sleep, you're recovering well, your movement's going to be great. So then we finish on this last one, which is mindset, which really for me is about the development of a practice similar to physical movement that honors what we need to do inside our mind, our brain, to get us functioning optimally. There are three further parts of that, which I would say are building awareness, recording what's going on up there, and creating free thinking space. But if we just think about this development of these skills of the mind and how they have a massive carryover to everything else, actually, I would say it's the biggest thing to address, to have the biggest impact on all the other things you're going to do. Because quite simply, the mindset is simply the filter and perspective through which you're making decisions and living your life. So if you think of this, if you've got a strong, resilient, positive mindset, your attitude towards movement is going to be better. Your attitude towards nutrition is going to be better. Your attitude towards your daily priorities and sleep is going to be better. But if you're coming from a place where this mindset piece is not being addressed, that's honestly the place where you probably need the most work. But most people kind of don't get that. They instead think, okay, I'm going to focus over here on the physical fitness. Now, how does this carry over to how I coach people? In truth, when I coach people, I always start with movement first. And that might seem like a contradiction compared to what I just said, but here's the reason why. The mindset, emotional fitness stuff takes time. It also takes kind of a bit of perseverance and practice before you start to notice the tangible results. Whereas with physical movement, you start to feel better straight away from doing it. Emotionally, you're uplifted, you get a release of these really positive chemicals in your body, and inevitably you feel like you're creating momentum because you are moving. So that's why I start with movement first these days. But in truth, as I coach people now, it's about understanding all of these different elements, how they interlink, and making sure that we have our eye on each one and we're progressing them and understanding how they can grow over time. And to support anything else we want to achieve in this life, we really need to start with this. So I hope that helps for you. My model of fitness for life, as I see it at this moment, this day in time, it may well change tomorrow, but that is the nature of the beast. But for today, I hope it serves you in some way.